Eating food and dining at a movie theater can be a fun and enjoyable experience despite the fact that it comes with a high price tag. However, I found some semi-legitimate reasons that I think are pretty interesting of why that is and why people desire and consume expensive, pricey, simple foods that they normally would not otherwise do at a movie theater. And I think towards the top of the list has to be the sensory experience aspect of this, which I find pretty interesting. And the sensory experience aspect has to do with the dim lighting and immersive environment that theaters offer that causes people to perceive a higher enjoyment factor, and the food, at least in their minds, tastes better. And I think that this is the case because even just with like popcorn, just the smell of popcorn, I feel like I want it that much more when I'm at the movie theater. The smell of popcorn in general is appealing to me, but when I'm at the movie theater, it's on overdrive because you figure the prices would probably not make me want to buy it because it's has a high markup. But despite that, a lot of people, including myself, do wind up purchasing popcorn at a movie theater and many other types of foods as well that you normally wouldn't otherwise purchase because the dimly lit environment and the sensory enhanced perception of enjoyment of food does make a difference. There is something about that sensory experience that a lot of people find it hard to resist. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just a strategy that even the restaurant industry uses because they often incorporate dimly lit, slightly lower brightness environments to, I guess, enhance the overall dining experience. So they do it as well. So there's probably a lot of market research and research on human psychology that kind of bears out that this is something that is real. And I guess these businesses exploit that. But again, if it makes things taste better and if I'm paying my money for it, then I guess it's not a bad thing. It's just something that is interesting. And then, of course, there is the nostalgia aspect of this, which I think does happen for many people. I mean, even just for me, eating popcorn and other snacks at the movies is a tradition that kind of brings back fond memories for me anyway. And it's part of the overall movie-going experience that people look forward to. And I think I'm not alone there because a lot of people are overpaying for food at a movie theater and they're enjoying it. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. And the icing on the cake is the convenience of consuming and enjoying your food while you're watching that movie. And it's not just the convenience. I think that combination, there's something magical about that that a lot of people enjoy, myself included. Social aspect. This is another one that I think plays a big part because I do notice that a lot of people share popcorn and share different foods that they order. And I think that is something that brings people comfort, and people like to do that. They like to, not just because they want to save money by not buying multiple items and sharing just one item, but I think it's beyond that. I think people do like to share and be part of that communal environment of consuming food together. The next factor is the indulgence factor, and I think this one does make a lot of sense to me because movie theaters often offer treats that most people typically won't eat at home, at least most adults wouldn't, and even kids as well, like nachos, candy, or gourmet popcorn. And it's a chance to treat yourself to maybe something new or something that you don't often have. And it's just something different that is great when you're going to the movies. And just to piggyback on that, the atmosphere does make a big difference, where just the spectacle of the movies, the big screen, and the type of movie you're watching even, but just the overall, being there with a crowd of people and the movie-going experience lends itself to you wanting to have something special, something that you don't normally do every single day. And eating some of these simple foods that are movie theater type foods with the nice designed popcorn buckets and the soda drinks and the candy, it just everything, the sounds, the smells of the food, all that together makes it a special situation when you combine that dining experience and put it into the movie going experience, that makes it all that much more special. So the atmosphere plays a big role in that as well. So I think despite the higher cost, the overall enjoyment and unique experience of eating in a movie theater, it does make it worth it for a lot of people. And I have to say, myself included, even though I'll keep saying it, it is overpriced. It's way overpriced. But again, look at it like you're paying for the overall movie going experience. Wrap it all into that. Don't just look at the movie ticket. Just everything goes into it. It's all one price and you're paying for the experience. And it isn't cheap. So I think the next time that I go to the movies, I'm going to try to go to a dine-in movie theater where they actually serve you the food at your recliner at the movies when you're watching the movie itself. And I think that would be a pretty cool experience. And just as an FYI, I did go to the movies recently back-to-back days to consume a gift card that I had laying around. And I did notice that it was so difficult to resist that popcorn. I wound up getting it the 2 times that I went. And looking back, the only way that I would not have been I would have been successful in not getting the popcorn would be if I had maybe eaten a large meal right before going to the movies, because it was really difficult to resist. But I have no regrets about that because the popcorn did taste great. I would have done it again, no problem. I did enjoy myself, even though, yeah, it was overpriced, but psychologically, I don't even remember what it cost me. I know it was like around $20, maybe even more for a large popcorn and a large soda. I think that cost me more than the actual movie ticket itself that went on my gift card. But again, it's the overall experience. I think it's great. The problem is when you have a family and you bring, multiple people to the movies, then there you might have to get a little creative with eating beforehand, or possibly, I don't know, something else that you might have to invent, because it could get super pricey at that point. But as far as me personally, 1 or 2 people going to the movies, I have no problem getting food at the movie theater. It does make a difference. It makes it that much better. I never eat popcorn at home. I never eat candy at home. But something about the movie theater experience makes it way more fun and more enjoyable to do so when you're in that environment. And you know what? It's the same thing at a restaurant, like I said before. So it's no big deal. Have fun, enjoy the experience. And if you're going to pay money to eat at a movie theater, at least they make it very enjoyable. And usually the food is pretty good. And even the other food that I have tried, like the pizza and the chicken tenders, these quick service meals, they're also pretty good. The quality is improving. So anyway, with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.